Hello and welcome everyone. This is Lavender Sky Panther. Today is Monday, June 8th, 2020, and today's topic is called Sky Triangles and Other Shapes, and it's a collection of images taken between May 31st and June 7th, 2020. And before we get going with the sky observations, I'd like to say a very big welcome and warm greetings to all of you. Good day, osio, hao, buongiorno, guten tag, kia ora, jambo, buenos dias, bonjour, ni hao, dzień dobry, konnichiwa, dobro dnia, annyeonghaseyo, boa tarde, dobry den, aloha winala, and galimera. So as we get going, we're going to look at a few images involving a sunset that happened on May 31st. It just started off really strange with this big, not even billowing, but this just tall column of cloud activity that started coming in from the west, actually kind of northwest, moving toward the east. There's just a weird cloud, kind of spawning off of it, weird atmospheric conditions causing the edges on this thing to do strange things. Also like a sky beam and shadow coming in from that direction, and just these weird shapes, set apart. It was just very odd. And as it got going, it started morphing, so that like weird little cloud thing started jetting off toward the east. Again, the edges of these things keep continuing to grow and change. Then look at this, kind of strange, the way the light is catching these. And then we've got these kind of rib-like activity happening here, or a fraying of cloud. It's just a lot happening in one place that just seemed very unusual and out of place. So as we get going, that's 7:44 p.m. now, going toward 8:20 p.m. It still started to kind of move slowly toward the east, and there was some red picking up coming in from the west beyond this cloud tower. I zoomed in here and enhanced it just to pick up a little more of what the red truly looked like. And again, we've got this over here is now kind of turning into this. Again, there are kind of no words for how strange all of this was happening at once. And then we have red up here, but then we have like a yellowish glow kind of coming down here, and before it was white. Okay, we keep progressing now, and this thing starts reaching out further toward the east, as you see. Little weird things happening here that ultimately turn into this shape. Again, very odd. The wind wasn't really doing this, but yet here we go, and to me this looks like a little kiwi bird. So anyway, I thought I would just share that odd moment. Okay, speaking of more odd moments, here's these extremely odd clouds. Now this was on June 1st, looking south at around 3:30 in the afternoon. Just look how bizarre this is. I have never in my life seen, one, a cloud that even kind of looks so chaotic like this in form, and then two, also look at this trail. It implies that this thing is zooming through the sky, which it was not. So anyway, I zoomed in. It looks kind of like a theater mask, a drama mask to me, but I thought I would share this oddity with you. All right, now I'm calling this triangle craft in air quotes. That is because triangular forms such as this, really perfect edges and points, don't occur, I think we can all agree, in nature, in any kind of cloud system or in the sky. And so for now, all I can do is call it a craft or an object until we can get confirmation. We, meaning the people that are seeking the truth of what's going on in our skies and out in the universe. We're not getting the truth otherwise. I think we can agree on that too. But anyway, I zoomed in on this particular one, changed the contrast and the brightness and colors a little bit to draw it out a little more. There's also this object below, which I can't even tell you. It also has some kind of symmetrical form. So again, just calling it craft, and definitely wanted to share this with you. Now, it's interesting to note, this also may be one happening here, another triangular shape, or a bigger fish-like shape, I'm not sure. But either way, on June 7th, there was a lot of bizarre activity that yielded a lot of different geometries in the sky, which you'll see coming up now. So here's another look lower on that same photo from the previous slide. So here's that triangular form in this one. So all I did was just draw, use the little tool feature to outline them clearly, in case anybody's having a hard time picking them out of the photo. All right, here's another really weird one. So on June 7th, again, this is closer to 2:30. The sky just felt really strange. The illumination of the sky was very bizarre, and the cloud activity, and it yielded some interesting things. So when I go out looking where I'm going to take photos, just note if it's in the sunny afternoon, I do wear sunglasses or some eye protection. I never stare directly at the sun. These were just taken actually holding the camera up just kind of covering, shielding my face with my hand to not look directly at the sun, and just kind of taking a guess where the sun is and just taking a lot of shots, and then I just see, oh, was anything there or not? So in this case, yes, there was. So look at this form, and to me it's a triangular form going right over the sun. So this is 226, you can see it going over the sun. Then at 227, a snap later, here you see it's like detached from the sun, moving up toward the upper right corner of the photo. So here's the airspace between it. So I zoomed in, and again I drew a little outline to show you what I'm seeing at least. To me, even if that's not the exact form, I think it's close. But there's definitely some points here, and this is definitely symmetrical regardless. So anyway, have a look at that, see what you think, if it's some type of craft, or if you have any other ideas of what it could be, please leave me some comments. Let me know what it could be in the comments section. Thanks. All right, now this one is truly bizarre. Have to say, yes, I've seen many triangles in the sky, and we'll see some more coming up in this show, but I have never ever seen anything like this, not personally and not on any of the other Earth and Sky watching shows out there. At least maybe they've received the content but haven't posted it, but Lord knows I have not seen this ever. But here we go. I was taking pictures. I was more concerned with looking at these kind of waves, which I don't know if those are electromagnetic waves emanating, some type of radioactive wave or radio frequency wave. I've heard on other Earth and Sky watching channels them referred to as gravity waves. I think the technical term is actually gravitational waves, which could be caused by some celestial body. Even we get talking about different space and time functions when we get into that. So is that something happening like on a different dimension? I don't know, but what is this thing? So I'm calling it a vase-shaped craft because to me this looks like the types of vases that you put in a stand that has a ring and it holds the neck of the pottery, and then this has, symmetrical handles, what they look like to me. I know that's not what it is, but that's the only shape I can attach to this thing, the name of it. This also kind of has a feeling, maybe of an insectoid body, or if you turn it on its side, it looks like a fish, like one of those goldfish that the kids eat, a snack. But anyway, have a look on your own. Really take a look at this and think of what you think it could be. I didn't even actually see this form until I took the photos inside. Again, I was just looking at the waves and how odd those patterns were compared to cumulus cloud, and there was other weird activity happening in the clouds at the same time. So again, if you have any ideas on what the heck this could be, or even if you've just seen one before, or you know somebody who has, please let me know. This one has me stumped. I have no idea what to tell you about this one. So I'll leave it right there. All right, now same day, June 7th, seemed to be the treasure trove of, hey, let's just send out all kinds of geometries and put them in the sky and see what people think about it. So here I almost missed it. It was really small. I'm putting pentagonal craft because, again, if you have very, precise edges, you just can't call that something happening in nature, up in the sky anyway. Flowers, yes, things on the ground, yes, but not in the sky. So whether it's a craft or an object or something else, it has structure to it. So here I'm also looking at stacked triangle craft question mark because it looks like that's a triangle, that's a triangle, that's a triangle happening beyond. So I'm really not sure what was going on in the overall moment. Almost missed this because it has, smoke and mirror work, so to speak, happening over it. So I zoomed in on this, and again, very clear edges, calling it pentagonal craft. So I went ahead and drew on this one the outline of what I think it is. Now, is it a hexagon in there? It could be. I can't see what's happening here, but I'm assuming it's symmetrical because, again, most of these things are when you have structure to it and geometry to it. Anyway, again, if you've ever seen one of these, let me know as well, or if you have an idea of what that is. All right, now this is just an image of I'm putting odd clouds and triangles looking south. So these felt really weird. Even my camera was acting buggy when it gets to certain things that feel and sense like odd. There's something happening in there. Everything else is clear and in focus. But then here too, this looks like a very specific corner and edge work to me. So that looks like a triangle. This may be one here as well. So again, just thought I would catch this moment and share it. All right, another triangle, right here. And it looks like a little cloud puff in front of it. And again, what are these waves? What is going on here? So a lot of times these are becoming more and more prevalent everywhere in the skies. And, waves will run this way. Look at these are running this way. Sometimes they come in and run perpendicular. I would really love an answer to that. So if anybody knows what is going on with those, please let me know. And if not, hopefully we all find out together very soon. All right, here's another image, another triangle right in there. This could also be something, I'm not sure, because they both were kind of traveling together, let's see, toward the east. So here is the sun, also what's going on here. It's very artificial, very white and glaring. And look at this weird cloud mass heading over to cover up the sun. Just very odd. Oh, I don't know if anybody else saw the little triangle back here too. This also may be one up here. Okay, another set of odd clouds. I haven't seen clouds do this. I don't even know what to call that. And at the same time, this is blurred out. This looks like, I don't know, like something's going back and forth and it's all blurry. But again, the camera's fine. You know, it's in focus. It's just some weird activity. Hazy. Things sometimes look hazy and out of focus in the sky with the naked eye, even though you're looking at them with your own eyes and everything else near it is in focus. So I'm not sure what's going on with our little atmosphere here in the clouds. So here's another view looking to the south at more odd clouds, strange clouds. I was kind of focused on this. It had a really weird feel to it. But then this was even stranger. So again, my camera has a funny reaction when there's something going on up in the sky, and I believe it caught something here. So this is like a square or a rhombus, but it looks like something is maybe camouflaging in there, or it could just be clouds. You see what you feel from the image. Oh, and here this is just for fun. This looks like a person to me, like the profile and the hair, you know, but that's just fun cloud play with clouds making fun images. Oh, again, we've got these weird striations and wave activity. Again, I want to know what that is. This one's even like fanning out striations like this. Okay, a couple more pairings of strange cloud forms. What's going on here? There's just too much going on at once to even really almost talk about it. So we've got more of these waves, which again, some people on other Earth and sky watching channels are calling gravity waves. The correct term is gravitational waves. And, you know, is that something interdimensional happening? Is it just something local coming from, I don't know what kind of source that could be coming from? Is it caused by something up in the atmosphere above all of this that's creating that? I don't know, but I'm presenting it here for you to think about and explore on your own further. Then again, we've got these weird striations happening while we still have these waves. And then we've got this weird either I don't even know what this is. It's not cirrocumulus or stratocumulus. I don't know what this is. While we have cumulus in the picture. So there's just so much going on at once in one photo. Really, this is not like typical skies of decades past. Okay, now here I'm just calling this solar spectrum. So again, this was on that weird day of all the sky geometries coming out to play on June 7th, and this is about 2:45, let's just say, looking up at the sun. Now again, I just felt something was up with the sun, so I put up my camera without looking at the sun, took some pictures. So here we've got this nice spectrum happening below. There are a couple other pictures I had this round for this week that do show again evidence of the second sun, or what we're calling the sun plus object. Do see a previous show. If you're not familiar with that phenomenon, I do touch on it. And but I didn't have any really clear photos to present it again, you know, in this particular round. All right, now here's the full moon that happened on June 5th. The sky was completely chem-filled and hazy, so you could not see, get a nice good view of the moon until close to midnight. And even then, there were tons of clouds traipsing through, so it wasn't even worth it to pull out a telescope. So this was just, I know it's poor quality, but it was just with my basic phone. But just to show, yes, it was out. This looked like an angel almost popping up, and that's the head. So I just took that as a fun image. And this has like a wave, you know, feel to it, so I put that there as well. All right, now if you've watched any previous shows of mine, I appreciate it. Thank you. And if you're new to this channel, thank you. I like to close on a note of nature, and this time it's going to be the Royal Poinciana tree. It is has the scientific name Delonix regia, which comes from Greek delos, means conspicuous, and onyx, claw. Also comes from Latin regia, which means royal. So it's also known as the flamboyant tree or the flame tree. It's originally from Madagascar. I actually have only known it as the Royal Poinciana tree, so it just depends on where you are, what else it might be called. I'll let you go ahead and read the characteristics on your own, but now is the time that it blooms pretty much between May and July. It has some interesting medicinal properties in the flowers, leaves, stem, and bark, which can be used differently I'm not sure on the specifics, so do go ahead and research that on your own. But it can treat, apparently, arthritis, diarrhea, constipation, earache, diabetes, and more. So I posted a couple of the sites that I've had a look at, and feel free to start there if you need a starting point, and enjoy learning more about this tree if you don't know about it already. All right, so here's the photo of a week. It's a beautiful white ibis. I want to say thank you for standing by here a bit. There are some really interesting spiritual meanings about the ibis and Native American totem symbolism about the white ibis, but I'm going to let you have a look at that on your own. But for now, I just want to wish you tremendous, excellent health, prosperity, abundance, whatever you're looking for in life, and may it come to you this week as we kick off with yet another week, already in June. So I just want to say thank you, everyone. Tremendous peace. Take care. Lavender Sky Panther. Bye.